Let's take you through the story, the Kerala story, the film that's due to be released, the trailer of which is out. The trailer of Kerala Story 2 is out. The movie is barely a few weeks away from its release. And as expected, the sequel of the Kerala story has also stirred a controversy, particularly stirring the political pot, because it's timed exactly around Kerala elections, which is barely a few weeks away. Within hours of the trailer drop, Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has slammed the film, calling it poisonous propaganda. He's put out a message on X saying and warning that this sequel to what he describes as hate-mongering film must be viewed with utmost seriousness. He says Kerala had already rejected the communal agenda and blatant lies of the first film, The Kerala Story, and would once again resist the attempts to demonize the state's secular fabric. He's also questioned about fabricated narratives that incite discord, receive space, while critically artistic expression often faces rejection and restrictions. Meanwhile, the controversy has now moved to court. Kerala High Court has issued a notice to the makers of the Kerala Story 2 film and the Central Board of Film Certification over a petition seeking a cancellation of the censor certification granted to this film. The petition was filed by Sridev Nambuthiri from Kannur district, who argues that this film, the Kerala Story 2, the sequel, contains malicious stereotyping that scandalizes an entire state without factual basis. In his plea, he states that the trailer suggests a storyline involving women from 3 different states, and the events occurring largely are in northern India in the Kerala Story 2. Yet the film's title is Kerala Story, saying that this singles out Kerala, portraying it in a negative light. He further argues that such depiction risks alienating Kerala and Keralites from the rest of the country, despite Keralites contributing so much to India and its economy, and even ensuring pride for India globally. The petition has also claimed the title attempts to impose a sense of reality on what may be only speculative fears of the filmmakers. Taking cognizance of the plea, the High Court has now directed the CBFC to respond on this petition and sought a reply from the film's producer, Sunshine Pictures, as well. The next hearing is scheduled on February 24th. The censor board has already granted the film a UA certification. It's slated for theatrical release on Feb 27, 2026. It's directed by Kamakya Narayan Singh. The film focuses on young women allegedly caught in forced religious conversion rackets. The makers say it is based on documented cases within India's legal systems and aims to raise awareness. It's basically inspired from true stories. Producer Vipul Amritlal Shah maintains that the intent of the film is only to inform and empower young people to stay alert and make informed choices. Critics, however, have slammed this film, calling it propaganda, accusing it of amplifying selective narratives and potentially fueling communal tensions. The director has responded to the Chief Minister's criticism as well. He says that the CM is not accepting the reality, not accepting truth. Rajiv Chandrasekhar, who's a BJP chief in Kerala, he's defended the film, arguing that freedom of expression must be upheld and that those who disagree are free not to watch the film. If you don't like it, don't watch it. The first film, released in 2023, triggered nationwide protests and debate. It went on to become a box office success, though, earning over 300 crores worldwide. It was made on a 20 crore budget. It later also won national awards for Best Director and Best Cinematography. Now, with elections around the corner and political tempers rising, the Kerala Story 2 is shaping up to be more than a film release. Remember, just weeks ago, the makers of the film, Manoj Bajpayee starrer film, Ghushkhor Pandit, that film faced legal challenges over the film's title. Petitioners argued that the name normalized hate against Brahmins and Pandits. The Supreme Court then intervened and asked the filmmakers to change the title, observing that the freedom of expression cannot be used as a license to denigrate any section of the society. Now, will that principle become the benchmark as now courts hear the petition against the Kerala Story 2 title as well? We're going to bring in Dr. Sebastian Paul, former MP CPIM, and also Rahul Ishwar, author and activist. Before that, if we could play BJP Chief Rajiv Chandrasekhar speaking on this film, what he has to say. Let's listen in.
A man who, when Hamas came into Kozhikode and addressed 1,000 Muslim youth and radicalized them, said Article 19, freedom of expression. Constitution guarantees that. When a movie came out which is against the BJP, where we did not protest, we did not say anything, he said Article 19, freedom of expression. So how is it that when somebody else makes a movie against his political thinking, it suddenly becomes a problem? This is hypocrisy. This is basically an attempt to distract the people of Kerala from his 10 years of failure. Nobody, and I respectfully want to tell Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan, nobody has appointed you protector. There is no need for you to act like you're a protector of any community. There is a constitution, there are courts, there are other mechanisms. Every Indian today, every Malayali is given the same fundamental right. You don't need to rush in and pretend that you are some savior. So stop making fools out of people. This movie will operate, this movie will be shown, because just as much as you have the right to watch a movie, I have the right to watch a movie. Just as any director has a right to make a movie, this director also has a right to make a movie. If you have a problem with it and if there is something illegal in the movie, go to the court. But don't try and threaten people. Don't try and use your chief minister's position to create fear amongst people. That we will not allow.
All right, that said, it seems like activists have gone to court. Now the court has issued a notice. We're going to see what the court decides ultimately on that. But former MP and CPIM leader Sebastian Paul, Doctor, would you want to come in on that? You heard what Rajiv Chandrasekhar had to say.
No, the statement made by Mr. Rajiv Chandrasekhar deserves no reply. He is the chief of a popular TV channel in Kerala. He is a politician heading the state unit of the BJP. And I was wondering how he can tell all these things in such a manner. Not only Pinarayi Vijayan, but every citizen of Kerala has the right to condemn this movie, because it is based on unreal facts and it is highly defamatory and malignant on people on the state. They claim that this is Kerala story. The director says this is Kerala story number 2. Not an imagination or a fabricated story. There is no disclaimer either. So how can the censor board pass this type of a picture for public viewership, giving a certificate? At the same time, a film made by Vijay in Tamil Nadu. It is also a big project. It is even now not able to reach the theaters. So such double standards in the name of this political thinking, to malign a state for its progressive outlook and democratic setup, all those things are highly condemnable. And as advised by Mr. Chandrasekhar, somebody has gone to the court and the High Court has issued notice to the director to explain or to give a reply to the allegations made in the petition.
Sir, while you say that, you're saying it's not factual, but the filmmakers say it's inspired by true cases. So are you basically refusing any of those reports that may have come up on forced conversion? And initially there were talks.
No, I am a person living in Kerala, involved in public affairs, all those things. We have not yet come across a position as narrated by the director of this film, both 1 and 2, Kerala Story 1 and 2. What is the basis of his allegations? Is there any evidence to show all these things? So it is quite an absurdity to malign a state for its principled stand on secularism and other things. So it cannot be allowed, and I hope the court will take a stern position in the matter.
Sent a notice now. We're going to see how they respond to it. But Rahul Ishwar, would you want to come up with a little bit of facts that the story has been inspired on? We know that the makers of Kerala Story 1 and 2 very openly are claiming that this is inspired on true facts. But you and I also know that the facts have been, based on certain few cases. The story has been amplified to make it look like an alarming situation, in a way also certainly maligning the state of Kerala, certainly maligning the Muslim community.
Two quick facts and submissions. One, truth always lies somewhere in the middle. That's the unfortunate reality, and we have to search for that beautiful middle. First one, Kerala Story 1 was based on the life of three girls, Nimisha Fatima, who I personally knew, Sonia, Sebastian, and Maria. Yes, but as you rightly said, it got into an astronomical exaggeration of making it 32,000 people from Kerala. That is absolutely ridiculous, like Sebastian Polsar said. But three instances of forced conversions were a reality. And let me quote a very famous incident of forced conversion that Sebastian Polsar and I will agree upon. It was the forced conversion of Mahatma Gandhi's son, Harilal, to Harilal Abdullah Gandhi. It was very unfortunate, and our father of the nation, Bapu, himself wrote about it. So there has been far and few, but forced conversion incidents. But the issue here is it has been astronomically exaggerated to such an extent that it creates Islamophobia, demonization of one particular community. So I think we have to take the position from the middle, where we acknowledge the far and few 0.00001% incidents, agree that some things have happened, but at the same point of time, we should be guarded against the Islamophobic angle, the entire demonization of community angle. And I really felt very bad and irritated seeing this, some of the activities in this trailer where even the guy is conspiring with his own mother to trap Hindu girls. See, such things don't happen. See, let us be very honest and open about it. Such kind of extreme demonization is extremely painful, and Kerala is known for being one of the most pluralistic, harmonious state. Even when we go to our most sacred temple, Shabarimala, we on the way en route we offer our prayers at Vavar Swami's mosque and Velutha's church. That has been the culture of Kerala, and even inside the holy Hindu temple of Shabarimala, we have an Islamic shrine inside. But yes, far and few, there has been some instances. There has been an instance of nearly 116 people.
Precisely, the few instances that have happened, to make it look like there is an organized state machinery behind this conversion racket that's aiding and abetting in these cases of conversion and some cases, recruitment into ISIS and whatnot. Those who do not know Kerala well and are watching from afar are going to be viewing the state in poor light, and that is not fair.
I would humbly request them, let us trust Amit Shah ji and Ajit Doval ji. Ajit Doval ji, who is known as the James Bond of India, and NSA and our Home Ministry and NIA under them gave a categorical affidavit saying that there is no love jihad. So it is NIA, Honorable Supreme Court, who has taken cognizance of this issue, and they have categorically given this. At the same point of time, far and few, 1 in a million, Kerala is home to 1 crore of our Muslim brothers who we celebrate and we hold together. For example, as a Hindu activist, I regularly take Ramzan fasting in consolidation with our Muslim brothers. Yes, there has been a far and few instance that can happen in any community, but that should not be exaggerated to such an extent to create a propaganda kind of a narrative. That's the reason why I would humbly urge the left to take the position that yes, 1, 2, and 3 incident has happened. Nearly some people have gone to ISIS. Unfortunate, but it is a failure of all of us. It's a failure of Sebastian Polsar. It's a failure of Rahul Ishwar. It's a failure of our society. That
it's also imperative on our national security forces also to keep a watch. The NIA is also got to keep a vigil. It's not just a state problem. This is a cross-border issue. Yeah.
It's our collective failure.
But the film,
and it'll be interesting for you. And it'll be interesting for you. The person who gave the complaint against this is Sridev Nambudri. He belongs to Brahmin community. Nambudri is the surname of Brahmins. He is a Brahmin Hindu who has gone against this Islamophobic content to Honorable High Court, raising a very valid, I have gone through his affidavit, a very strong affidavit saying that it can really hurt the fabric of Kerala. So let us be a bit more centrist in this approach and see it as what it is. Yes, 1, 2 unfortunate, extremely unfortunate incident happened. Nobody should be blamed. But at the same point of time, the astronomical exaggeration of making it 3 to 32,000 is unfortunate, and nobody is going to push beef inside anybody's mouth. See, I am a vegetarian, but I have great friends who eat beef. That's their choice of food. That's their dietary choice. So we should respect that. I think a Gandhian position is important, whereas Gandhiji considered cow as his mother. But at the same point of time said, our Muslim brother may eat beef. That is his choice. So some kind of much more of a centrist position is what we have to take in these very sensitive issues.
You beautifully articulated it, Rahul Ishwar, and that's precisely what I'm of the view of as well. And I'm sure anybody of a sane mind are of the view that certain few cases when it happens does not mean a state is behind it or a community is behind it. You know, maligning a state or a community is unfair. You know, Gushkar Pandit, that was a film which ran into controversy recently. What's your view on that? In fact, Pinarayi Vijayan himself said it, that films that are critically acclaimed don't find space. Such propaganda films find space. But anyway, that apart, Gushkar Pandit, a name that was given to this film releasing on Netflix, came into controversy with Supreme Court stepping in after criticism that claimed Brahmins were, you know, hate against Brahmin was normalized. And now the Supreme Court asked the filmmakers to change the name of Gushkar Pandit. They have changed it. They've removed all the images. In fact, I found it difficult to find this poster as well. They've dropped it all over, everywhere. The petitioner for Kerala Story 2 is also saying the same thing, that if there are cases across India, largely based in North India, then why is the movie being called the Kerala Story 2? Is it not maligning the state of Kerala? And does this not malign a community at large? Don't you think this comparison should be made, Rahul?
Absolutely, ma'am. Absolutely. See, whether a person is a Brahmin, Hindu, Muslim, Dalit, Christian, non-believer, any political class, this blanket hatred is the issue. Our real issue is hatred. That means we have to find somebody to hate. It's a real problem of India now. You have to have some kind of a target every day so that we can have our moral outrage or, you know, rage baiting is an issue that's not only happening in India but worldwide. But rather we should choose the path of respect. Yes, we can disagree with some people. We have to disagree with respect, not disrespect. And the whole idea of hating one community are there, Gushkar Pandit, especially me being a Brahmin, I felt bad about it because that shows my community in absolute negative light, or some other community, Christian community or Muslim community or Hindu community, Dalit community or Adivasi brothers and sisters. So we should be
Supreme Court was quick to take up the issue. Supreme Court was quick to take up the issue, quickly directed the movie makers to drop the title, and now it's all out. They're changing the name also. So quick, right? But Dr. Sebastian, a final word from you. Are you saying that the Kerala Story you are saying it's demeaning to the state and the community? The CM has also said that actual films that are critically acclaimed get no space, while propaganda films have all the space. Do you feel that the courts as well not giving you a year? Because even with Kerala Story 1, there were petitions, there was no change, there was no relief in that sense. Now Kerala Story 2, there's a petition being filed. Are you hoping that the Supreme Court will intervene, just like Gushkar Pandit?
Nowadays, there are more and more films or filmmakers are coming to the court seeking relief against the arbitrary rejection of certain films by the censor board. But to my experience, the petitioners are not getting a quick justice, because the cinema is such an industry. It requires quick justice from the part of the court. But in that sense, I have no particular hope that the court will decide the matter in time, in favor or in disfavor of the petitioner. But what I said is that since the film has got a proper certification from the film censor board, certification board, it will be legal and for the producers to screen the film for public exhibition. But at the same time, we as proud citizens of this country and people of this state, along with our Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, we have the right to condemn this film, to expose the seriousness of dangerous.
What's your view of the film releasing right around election time? And if the film releases, how is the government going to counter the misinformation in your view?
There are so many improper things happen in this country. How can we defend it? How can we prevent it? When after obtaining this certificate, it is quite natural that the film will be released in Kerala just before the elections. But I don't think the enlightened people of Kerala will be swayed by such false propaganda.
All right. That's it for me, and I really appreciate both of you for joining us on this. Let's see what the High Court, Kerala High Court, has given the next hearing date on 24th of February. We will follow up on that story.